That Tuesday afternoon, police say Kelsey's mom, Ray Dawn, left the house to pick up Michael Porter's daughter from school. In the half hour she was gone, police say Porter killed Kelsey. Tonight, Ray Dawn's mom tells us what she saw when she got to the house. For every empty page, there's an empty heart.
From day one, they were just a little team.
But there's a story that's not told on these pages that explains why the blank spaces will never be filled with ink.
I knew something was going on, but I didn't know where.
The story falls on a day in October, in the space between Kelsey's second and third birthday.
I picked up the phone and Mike said, something's wrong with Kelsey, and she won't wake up.
Minutes later, Gayla took these tiny hands and feet into her arms.
Mike was standing outside holding Kelsey, and I just grabbed her from him and said, Kelsey, Grandma's here. And her little fist just kind of clenched, and I was trying to wake her up.
When she held Kelsey that afternoon, Gayla says she didn't see the list of bruises the medical examiner later found.
Oh, I didn't raise her shirt up and stuff. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything like this. I just thought she'd had a seizure.
Because that's what Mike had told you.
Oh, yes.
The family doesn't believe Kelsey had a seizure that day anymore.
It makes me sick, too. And the rest of my family.
Because what should have been just the beginning of the story is now the end. Porter has been charged with first-degree murder. He has filed for divorce from Ray Dawn, who is pregnant with his child. Back to you.
All right, Britton. The investigation, of course, is not over, but at this point, Michael Porter is the only person arrested in the case. He's being held on $1 million bond. Meanwhile, the other side of Kelsey's family wants to see some changes made. Armed with pictures of Kelsey, they rallied at the Capitol and want lawmakers to correct the system that failed her.
To News 9, Michael Porter, the only person charged with the murder of 2-year-old Kelsey Smith-Briggs, out of jail tonight. We've learned within the past hour Porter posted a $1 million bond.
That's right. Here's what it means. He must get an ankle tracking bracelet, surrender his passport, and not have contact with anyone involved in the case except for his biological daughter. Other big developments in that case tonight. Sources tell Britton Follett Porter may have hurt Kelsey in other ways the day she died.
Tonight we know how 2-year-old Kelsey Smith-Briggs got the bruises between her legs the day she was murdered. The medical examiner says they were put there on purpose. Michael Porter, charged with Kelsey's murder, may have hurt her private parts too. Sources tell us a foreign object was forced between Kelsey's legs. We're still looking into exactly what a foreign object means because we're talking about a 2-year-old. But it helps to explain the reported bruises between her legs, bleeding in her intestines, and the major abdominal trauma. The medical examiner isn't finished with his complete report, but sources expected to say Kelsey Smith-Briggs had tears to her rectum. Evidence sources say will become key in the first-degree murder case against Porter. Investigators say he was the only one in the home that day. Ray Dawn, Kelsey's mom, told investigators when she left the house, Kelsey was sleeping. When she got back, she says Kelsey was unconscious.
Was Kelsey alive when with Mike Porter?
We don't have any comment. We're here to go to a court proceeding.
As for the case against Ray Dawn, we've learned investigators have prepared an arrest affidavit. It has been presented to the district attorney. He will now decide what, if any, charges will be filed against Mom. We talked to some of Kelsey's family tonight. They tell us this new information is hard to hear, but it's reality, and they hope eventually all of the facts surrounding the girl's murder will come out. Michael Porter, Kelsey's stepfather, posted $250,000 bond and walked out of jail yesterday afternoon. Now, there are some conditions to his bond. He has to give up his passport, wear a tracking device, and is not allowed to have contact with anyone associated with the case except his biological daughter. Porter's bond had originally been set at $1 million. Kelsey's family on Dad's side thought that was enough to keep him in jail, and they couldn't believe the judge lowered the bond to $250,000. They say it's not fair Porter will have the chance to spend time with his family over Christmas, when Lance, Kelsey's dad, will never get to spend another Christmas with his daughter.
It's almost like we're going backwards. You know, we feel like they need to be putting people in jail, not letting them out of jail. So it seems like a step backwards.
Tonight at 10, hear more from Kelsey's family and why one legal expert says there may be more than one reason why the judge lowered the bond. Amy?
All right, Britton. As for Kelsey's mom, Ray Don, investigators have presented an arrest affidavit to the district attorney. He will decide what, if any, charges will be filed against her.
When the state asked for more time to prepare its case, the judge lowered Michael Porter's bond from $1 million to $250,000, and the only person charged with Kelsey's murder walked out of jail.
It says, I love you all dearly, now don't shed a tear. I'm spending my Christmas with Jesus this year.
Kelsey's stocking is empty.
It's hard to imagine that the very people that are responsible for protecting Kelsey in that home are now free, both of them, to celebrate the holidays any way they choose. It's appalling.
When Kelsey died, reports say she had bruises between her legs, bleeding in her intestines, and major abdominal trauma. Evidence the state used to charge Kelsey's stepfather with her murder. Porter's bond was set at $1 million.
In 30-some years in practice, I've only seen bond in a murder in the first degree twice. And that was in unusual cases. I have never seen bond set in a case like this. I've never seen a bond set in a child death, especially one that's alleged as heinous as this one is alleged to be.
Sources tell us there's even more evidence in this case. We've learned a foreign object was forced between Kelsey's legs the day she died. But yesterday, when the state asked for more time to prepare that case, the judge lowered Porter's bond to $250,000.
Maybe this case is taking a different direction. I read something into the fact, other than just the state wasn't ready for the preliminary, that a bond is set in someone at a case of this nature.
Ray Don, Kelsey's mom, says Michael Porter was the only person home that day. When she got back, she says Kelsey was unconscious.
The judge could view the evidence, and if the judge thought the evidence was not as compelling as originally everyone's led to believe,
you could go to the grocery.
I would like to think that he will keep a low profile. I don't know how he or Ray Don, either one, could hold their head up and go to the grocery store.
Now everyone will celebrate Christmas without Kelsey. As for Ray Don's involvement, investigators have presented an arrest affidavit to the district attorney. He will decide what, if any, charges will be filed. Days after her second birthday, the reports of abuse began. In the months following, Kelsey fought 2 broken legs, a broken collarbone, and countless bruises. October 11th, the abuse was too much for her little body to handle. Today, family members send their love to a Kelsey who no longer hurts. Since they couldn't send the teddy bears to heaven,
happy birthday. We miss you, Kelsey. Love, Bridget.
They decided to send their love.
Happy birthday, Kelsey. Did you have a good Christmas? We miss you very much. I love you, Kelsey. I love Kelsey.
Only Kelsey knows what she wished for when she blew out these candles. A year later, her cousins have wishes of their own.
Dear Kelsey, happy birthday. Is heaven great? P.S. Love you very, very much. Love, Zachary.
They believe Kelsey watched as their little hands folded birthday cards, tied them to balloons, and handed them to her.
They asked if they could put rockets on these letters to get them there faster. They didn't think the balloons would work. But then they decided the balloons would be good because she likes balloons.
She needs it to make sure she knows we love her and care for her.
Grandma says it's hard to explain to the little ones why the 2-year-old will never turn 3.
Erin said that when she goes to heaven that she wants to be a child, but she said, I know I won't be a kid when I get there. I'll be old. But when I get there, I'm going to ask God if he will make me a kid again so I can play with Kelsey.
Because they know that's exactly what she's doing. Kelsey's playing, this time without casts and slings.
She is celebrating. I had said that, she got to celebrate Jesus' birthday with him. Now he's celebrating hers with her.
Oh, yeah, let's go high.
And Kelsey's cousins aren't the only ones wishing her a happy birthday. Dozens of people, family members, and strangers have written notes to Kelsey on her website, kelseysPurpose.org. Back to you.
All right, Britton followed for us tonight. Kelsey's stepfather has been charged with her murder. He is out on bail right now. The DA is reviewing the arrest affidavit and considering what, if any, charges will be filed against Kelsey's mom, Ray Don.